Hey, here we are. It's Wednesday, midway through the week, at least the traditional work week. Doesn't mean much. A lot of times you work on the weekends. But anyways, hope you're doing well. A little early today because I got somewhere I gotta be. Same thing's gonna be happening on Friday. Friday's live is gonna be earlier. I'm not for sure what time because it depends how things go. But anyways, hey, this time here we're talking about spirituality. When it comes to working on your health, wellness, and fitness, I talk about on here balancing the triad, which is body, mind, and spirit. Now, a lot of times we can think, okay, taking care of our health and wellness, okay, I can understand exercising. I can understand eating right. And I think I can probably understand what your mindset is, but how is spirituality? And you have to hear me, this is the missing component for a lot of people because it's easier to focus on those others and not so much on this one here. But if you are able to focus on this, if you don't do it, this might be the missing component to actually make you go through and do transformation. I think out of the three of the balancing the triad, this is also the one that's the most personal and can be most intimate. I know when I first came up with the balancing the triad, I was able to break down body, I was able to break down mind, but spirit, I had a really difficult time. It's like, how do I even break this down? Because it is so intimate and personal. It wasn't until I went through some courses from Institute of Transformational Nutrition, and more specifically when I went through and got my and became a certified transformational nutrition coach that I realized it's like, okay, we break this down. Spirituality is personal spirituality, communal spirituality, and environmental spirituality, which is they kind of gave me one of my missing pieces, and I kind of understood it. So, how do you work on your spiritual growth? So, helping your spiritual growth. You want to work on that. You want to confide yourself. You want to get going with that. So, personal is the connection you have to yourself. So, one of the ways you can do that is to work on self-reflection. Take some quiet time. Go inside. That's where a lot of stuff is kind of reflect on yourself. What are your values? What are your morals? What do you believe in? Which in turn is basically going to kind of guide your life and everything else you do. It's being mindful, being aware of what you're doing. And with trying to take care of your health and wellness, are you being mindful of are you exercising or not? What type of foods are you eating? What type of environment are you being in? What are you putting into your body? And it's also going to be filled with gratitude. And if you heard me talk about before, I have a gratitude journal. I fill out, I do 5 things every night. I am grateful, and I put it down for that. I'm grateful for from the day. And I've been doing that for years. That's the last thing I do before I crawl in the bed, because that's normally the thing that's on my mind as it helps me go to sleep. Communal spirituality is the people you have around you. The benefits of doing that when they're working on it is you got your connection to all those around you, to your family, to your friends, community. It could be religious group if you go to your church. Whatever the connection is, it's having those connections with people and realizing, no, that's pretty good. You have the right people around you. They support you. You help each other out. Especially as we get older and we start to face more challenging issues, you want that support group around you. That also allows you to be of service to others. Now, whether it is directly with community or if you have a business, the clientele you have, you're still interacting with other people, the support group. Now, might not be a support group, but you're interacting with others, but that is you being of service and helping out. And that's one times I think you'll probably agree that when you've actually been of service, done something like that, it lifts you, it fills you up. And it's also just kind of fellowship, just having that companionship around you, having those people, and most likely, especially, well, I don't want to rephrase this. I think we know the difference between having quantity of friends and quality. Let's stick with the quality and have that connection, that fellowship there, companionship, and just be able to visit with each other. When environmental spirituality, the third aspect is it is your environment. So we're talking about your physical environment, whether you're home, nature, and if you choose to believe in a higher power. To work on this, being out in nature, how many times throughout your life have you remember just come upon a scenery? Maybe the sunset, maybe it's just rising or whatever it is, mountain peaks on top of the snow, and you just there and it just catches you in awe and just kind of takes your breath away. It's one of the things to be able to connect and spend the time in nature looking for those scenes that take your breath away. Also in your environment, what are you learning from? This might be a time to where you can learn more about spirituality. If it's religion, go deeper into your religion. What is the background? What's the history? And we know that through time, a lot of things has been changed. I know, like even with the Bible, chapters were taken out of the Bible because humans decided, those in charge decided others shouldn't be allowed to read this. Go back and learn the history of it. Learn other types of spirituality. Learn about meditation. Learn what is out there. What other types of spirituality is there? What draws you? And sometimes just going, just connecting. We've had I'm sure you, as well, you've had those moments where you just connect to something. There's something out there, whether you want to call it nature, whether you want to label it to God, universe, whatever you want to label, that's your choice. But we had the experience where we connected with that. And you just have that moment. And sometimes you can't even describe it in words, but you just have that connection. And that's something you can do. But learning to have those moments, what can you do to have that connection more? So work on your spiritual growth. I mean, work on your personal, your communal, and your environmental. Work in those different areas. And this is just just a few ideas to get you started. But realize that is the component. And to work on that is something that kind of needs, I personally feel it needs to be done, which is why I include it in balancing the triad. And it definitely seems to be a missing piece for a lot of people. Make sure you incorporate just as much as you work on your body and mind, work on your spirit as well, and bring all those three elements together. And sometimes that's the missing puzzle piece. Anyways, have yourself a great rest of today and a great rest of the week. I will catch you sometime on Friday early in the morning, or at least earlier. So until then, take care and balancing to you. Bye-bye.